So I was pretty much born and raised into a Catholic household. I was baptized as an infant, did the Holy Communion, but we'd only really go to church maybe on Easter and Christmas. And so even then, like that was only on some occasions. And, I'd always wear that golden cross around my neck. I always say that I believe in Jesus. And then I started dating this girl who was a different faith. She was a Muslim. And pretty much everything was all right. Didn't think it would be an issue. Then she came to me and she's like, you have to convert. So
How long were you dating for?
it was only a few months at the time. So it wasn't like serious into it.
But you were kidding yourself.
I was, yeah.
Let's be straight. Like, I was talking about that last night with some mates.
Yeah.
Like, people that do that or try to date cross faith or whatever, you're kidding yourself at that point, really.
But now I see that, yes. Yeah. Back then, I wasn't saved and I wasn't really big on my faith. I was like, yeah, whatever.
It just doesn't work, though. It's just hard.
It's true,
yeah.
100%. But she pretty much asked me this question when she brought up, like, you need to convert. And she was like, do you even know your own faith? And I was kind of just like, you got me. Like, you got me. I had no idea.
What, you were a Christmas, Easter Catholic? Like,
pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And so that kind of led me to researching not only, like, my faith, but hers as well. And I started researching, like, atheism, Hinduism. Like, I
just got you on a...
Yeah, I was kind of like, I just wanted to find the truth.
Okay.
And I came to the truth that Jesus, 100%, he's my Lord and Savior. But it wasn't really like, that was more like a factual truth, like comparing to religions. I wouldn't say I gave my life at that time.
You were just like, yeah, okay, this is the right one. This is the one to follow.
Yeah, pretty much. And then that pretty much I told her I can't go to Islam, pretty much. And pretty much still researching throughout the whole year. And then it came to, I think it was 2017 Christmas Eve. My mate, he asked me to come to, it was Hillsong at the time, Christmas Eve service. And I was like, why not? I'll go to it. And it was then when I realized that I needed to accept Christ as my savior.
At that Christmas Eve service?
Yeah, at that Christmas Eve service. So the next like 6 to 8 weeks, I was attending like Hillsong. I'd drive out 45, 50 minutes to Balcombe Hills. And I would attend their services. But it got to a point where I felt like I was hearing the same thing over and over again.
Okay, so nothing different.
So I felt like I was like, okay, I got what I need from Hillsong. I don't feel like I need it anymore. I was reading, I was praying. I felt like I was going good. Like I felt like I wanted
Things were different.
Things were different, yeah. And then once I stopped going, slowly stopped reading.
So what was the Hillsong experience like for you?
Initially, it was good to hear the gospel message. But after that, the only way I can really explain it is I wasn't getting convicted by the messages.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I feel like I plateaued. And once I stood back and I looked exactly what they preach about, how they do their services, I felt
like you couldn't grow there.
Not only could I grow, but I felt something that it just wasn't sitting with me right.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I can't really explain the feeling.
Yeah.
And so pretty much backed away from that church. And then slowly, I guess I stopped reading as much, praying as much. And the friendship group that I have, they're amazing people, love them. But I guess I was still getting led towards like that sinful lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And then finished my second degree. And then went to Europe, and then that kind of spiraled a little bit out of control as well. So I fell into
just fell back into the old ways, really.
Yeah, pretty much, like straight back into it. And I would feel the conviction, like I would do something wrong, and I would feel the conviction, but because I was doing it over and over and over again,
just kept ignoring it.
By the time I came back to Sydney, I had no conviction.
Didn't really care.
Yeah, and it was probably later that year. It was for my birthday, and I spent a ridiculous amount of money, went clubbing, bought a ridiculous amount of stuff that I shouldn't be buying. And I guess the conviction kind of hit me then, it started to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started listening to sermons again, started reading, not consistently. It was like here and there. And then there was this, came January, February, where we went to Queensland with a bunch of mates. I can't remember exactly time frames. And I remember after a night out, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're there after a night smoking nargileh, just chilling out. And then everyone went to bed and I stayed awake, and I was just like, what am I doing with myself? like it kind of hit a conviction, like
Where was this?
that was in Queensland,
Queensland.
and it kind of just knocked me on my butt like crazy.
Yeah.
And I opened up my Bible then and there, and I just started reading, and I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, and I apologize. Like, I couldn't be more sorry. Like, it was a big wake up call.
Trying to figure it out.